What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up. So I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video though is entitled Why You Sabotage, Why You Side-Eye Your Fair Weather Friends. You know, the ironic conversation of the NBA draft, and we say those parents don't actually put in the work with these kids, but they kind of get a caveat because they're their parents. But you fair weather friends, you get no caveat. And this is the thing. You know, there are a lot of people who want to show up in other people's lives when they feel like they're on top. And this is why you get the side eye. And why some of y'all get treated the way y'all do is because y'all want to act like y'all not fair weather friends. Like, you have people who might have known somebody for a very long time, and they didn't really, they didn't like that person, or they wasn't really rocking with that person like that. Or they might see him in passing, but they had friends, you know. And the person that's the fair weather friend, they had other friends that they was really messing with. They wasn't messing with you. But then you start winning, all of a sudden, now this person's your friend. You know, you get a little clout, they legs start chasing. So now you looking at them like, it wasn't like this just a week ago. So I know why you here. You know, and the problem with that is people who are fair weather like that, they can never admit you're here to chase clout. And then I've always respected you. I've always cared about you. I always thought you were cool. I always loved you. How exactly did you express those emotions? You didn't, right? You expressed it with the people you cared about. Not this person that you feel is on a rise and you need to hit your wagon to him. So you definitely gonna get it. That's why you gonna get the side eye. You know. Some people might do the very same thing you did, and when you start winning at it, they look at you as an opportunity, since you already in the door, to get them in the door with them. And the thing about that is, you'll know if it's about their grind or they're just there for their own, gain. Because, some people just are not destined for the greatness in one thing, but they could be great at something else. But the one thing that translates either way is their grind. If you always saw them grind and they just didn't make it the way you made it to at the same time, you're going to always respect their grind. You're going to always respect their hard work ethic. But you side eye to other people who you knew, they don't have a good work ethic. You know that they don't really grind. They're just trying to network without putting in work. So now they want to be cool, but they're your fair weather friend now because they feel like you can get them in the door. But it's like you're gonna side eye them because it's like, well, I know you're not gonna work if I get you in this door, and it's gonna fall on me. So even if we were doing the same things, I know that my reputation precedes itself of talent and work ethic, and your reputation precedes itself of, unrealized potential because you don't have a good work ethic. So what are we doing here? Now, sometimes you're not necessarily fair weather friends. Sometimes friends who just didn't make it, and you might be dealing with a little survivor's remorse, which means you made it, but they're good people, and you just happen to make it and they didn't, so you want to take care of them. Well, honorable, admirable, but you'll side eye those people after a while when they feel entitled, when they try to hold over your head something you did for them or something they did for you when you were younger, and they gonna hold it over your head for life, as if you've never did anything for them, as if what they did for you actually got you, is the main reason it got you where you are today, or where you wind up going. So that's a fair weather friend, because to a degree they wasn't keeping score like this when you both had nothing, but now you have something. Now they keeping a lot of score. So now you got a question like, remember that time you ain't had money for a Snicker bar in the cafeteria and I hooked you up? I mean, it's only a Ferrari, bruh. It's only money. That type of ideology. As being extreme, but I'm just saying. So you're going to start side-eyeing people, because you're going to notice that they have no plan outside of riding coattails and riding on the bandwagon. They have no direction. That's their whole thing. Like, and they have talents and they have skills, but they just won't use them. And because they won't use their talent and skills, and they just going to lean on you for life, it makes it like, oh, okay. All right. So this is what we doing. Because the classic line is, I'd do it if I was in your position. If I had it, I'd give it to you. But that's not true. That's not true. There's a certain amount of decorum that goes with, you're only going to ask for so much. And this is another thing about, reasons you give fair weather friends the side eye. The things they ask for are over the top. Like, we ain't, we friends, but we ain't friends like that for you to be asking me for that. You haven't proven yourself to be a true friend in the first place, but you want somebody to do for you what you're not doing for yourself, or your family didn't do for you, or things that if you're an adult you might not even be doing for your kids. Or forget kids, if you got a significant other, wife or husband, you're not doing it for them, and you're not doing it for your kids, but you asking of it from somebody else. So like, nah, we ain't with it. I ain't with it. There comes a time, where people are bartering. And what winds up happening is this low self-esteem, low budget, I'm better than you, but you happen to just be in a better position than me, arrogance. And what I mean by that is, you're winning, but somebody else approaches you as if you're beneath them. But you don't know them. Nobody you know them. But they just, I'm better than you. So you really just paying me for my presence and my time, that I'm even around you, because you don't know who I am. Yeah, don't nobody know who you are. So, now you want to be a fair weather friend by acting like you better than the person that you, to a degree, you're hunting them. They're going to give you the side eye for that. Like, I don't even know you, and nobody I know knows you, but you coming around here like I'm beneath you. Same thing with the sex argument. I gave you sex, so that's at least $250,000, right? I mean, I don't do this normally. I bet you don't normally ask people for $250,000 for sex. So I don't know where you showed up trying to ask. People do stuff like that, and people think I'm playing, but I'm not. But it happens. And these are reasons why people side eye you for being a fair weather friend, because you wouldn't pull all of these stunts if you didn't think you could get something from it. And this idea that The other thing, and I'm gonna get out of here on this video, is the idea you can approach people with this immorality and this unethical behavior, and basically the idea is, but you got it though, so it's not a big deal if I do this to you. Really? Really? So if you had it, it wouldn't be a big deal if people just came up to you as a scam artist on a regular basis because you got it like that. Depart from me, for I do not know you, right? Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.